Let's talk about the three lines of defense in our body. The body has three main lines of defense against pathogens, which works in stages to prevent infection, control invaders, and eliminate threats. The first line of defense is the physical and chemical barriers. This prevents pathogen from entering the body. Um, One example of this is the skin. It provides a top physical barrier and produces antimicrobial secretions. Now, the second line of defense is the innate immune response, which responds quickly to eliminate pathogens that bypass the first line of defense. Um, One example of this is when you get a fever. This means that the body raises the temperature to hinder the pathogen growth. Now, the third line of defense is the adaptive immune response. This provides a targeted, specific response to pathogen and create a long-term immunity. Now, let's focus on the first line of defense, which is, let's break it down, shall we? This is the first one is the skin. Our skin is like a natural shield. It's tough, slightly acidic, and has its own good bacteria that help us keep harmful bacteria away. The second line, the second first line of defense is the mucous membrane. Inside the body, we have a special lining called the mucous membrane. This is found in places like the nose, mouth, and the throat. This membranes, which is sticky and traps dust, dirt, and pathogens. So when we breathe in, the any germs get stuck in the mucous membrane before they make it further in. Now, the secretions, which is the chemical wars of our body, first line of defense. Ever wonder why we have tears or saliva? They're not just for keeping our eyes and mouth moist. Tears and saliva contains an enzyme called lysosomes, which can actually break down bacteria. Now, the stomach acid. Now, tears and saliva isn't the only our natural antimicrobial solution. There's also the stomach acid. If the pas- if the pathogens sneak in through our mouth, they face the stomach acid, which has a super low pH that destroys most bacteria and viruses before they can do any harm. It's like a last stop germ stopper in our digestive system. Now, the good bacteria in our skin and our gut, they're like our friendly neighbors who take up space so harmful bacteria don't have a room to grow. By simply being there, they protect us by being out competing any bad guys. So that's our first line of defense. Thank you all for watching.